What's up, guys, and welcome back. I'm Nathan Boning, and here are your football scores from the past week. Giants beat the Panthers 36-7. Bears versus the Rams 23-6. Browns over the Bills over the Browns 24-14. Cowboys over the Buccaneers 16-10. And for college upsets, number 15 Kansas State beat out number 6 Oklahoma 24-19. You are now listening to Sports Unplugged with Leon Rogers.
All right, we back. That was my man, the good Dr. Nate Boning, a.k.a. Young Manning. Great game last night, Sunday Night Football. A lot of people were calling it a revenge game based off the simple fact that the Ravens lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Yeah, it ain't a revenge game unless it's the AFC Championship again.
Exactly.
Because winning in the regular season means nothing to the Patriots. We all know that. They'll give up a few to get to that big one in the end. But it was a great game last night. It was back and forth. A lot of statements were made last night in that game. One, a statement was made that Rob Gronkowski can be shut down. He can be taken away from you.
Yeah, I know.
He can be taken away from you.
And Wes
Welker is still relevant.
Yeah, he is.
Wes Welker is still relevant.
I got something to say about Wes.
And Joe Flacco, when he wants to, is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, when he plays like
when
that.
he plays like when he wants to.
Yeah.
And Ray Lewis is still the motivational speaker of
all motivational.
Yeah, in sports. No one's fading him. I can't believe it. Let's listen to let's listen to the clip he had of his speech before what he talked about.
No, this is after the game.
This is after the game where he talked about what it meant for the Ravens to band together as a family. Check this out.
We have to all come together and believe it for 60 minutes. Let's walk out here together as a team and not walk out of here, lock the door, throw away the key, because this time we're leaving as a family. Before any blessing, there's a storm. And sometimes the storms are so great, but God don't make mistakes. He doesn't. Everybody die every day, Sal. But the way it happened last night, and for that man to be here today and to fight through it, he needed his teammates.
You were talking about Torrey Smith.
And you know what? Yeah, Torrey Smith, if you didn't know, the young receiver for the Baltimore Ravens, his brother, who was 19, died maybe just like 12 hours earlier before that game, not even 24 hours, in a motorcycle accident.
Mm-hmm.
And so this guy was messed up, just lost his little brother. He came to Coach Harbaugh and said, look, I want to play. And Ray Lewis was speaking to the fact that, you know, the teammates surrounded him. And Trent Dilfer said something very nice, and I said the same thing. I said, people are going to blow what Ray Lewis said out of context, saying that there's, before every blessing, there's a storm. I don't think Ray is going to mean for all the jerks out there that probably going to try to run with it and say the blessing was them winning the game against the Patriots, you know, after the storm.
No. That's not. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying you have some people out there who mind and run like that. Well, what does he mean? You know, like, look, he's saying like this guy, the most time you need a team is in your darkest hour.
Right.
And for that kid, that was his darkest hour. And for the team to come around him like they did, it wasn't even about the game. The fact that he did great in the game made for a great story and probably made him feel better for himself as far as how he deals with it with his brother. But to have teammates there to lean on, to come up and talk to you, and there was one shot where Torrey Smith had just scored a touchdown. I think his first touchdown on the night. It was on a deep pass.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Flacco sat down next to him, and you could see the tears in the guy's eyes.
Right.
And Joe just tapped him on the shoulder, hit him on the leg, said, great job, and left him alone.
Right.
And you know, a lot of times he was sitting alone on the bench, chilling. Nobody bothered him. He was kind of like a pitcher that had a no-hitter going.
Yeah.
You know, and Ray Lewis, like I said, he's one of the guys, man, he's definitely got a career. When he leaves the NFL. God. Either play-by-play, analyst, color commentator, book, motivational speaker.
Did you see
he might be a pastor of a church.
I
go to the Ray Lewis church.
After I saw Ray Lewis NFL Life,
yeah,
Ray Lewis, I was like,
he'd be a pastor.
This man right here,
he'd be a pastor.
Look, outside of this, I work on the gospel station in the morning show. I played a little clip for them, and they were like,
people got fired up.
They were like, okay.
He got fired up. He sounds like a minister. Yeah, he sounds like a minister. Look, I tell you, I do a joke about Ray Lewis. I said, you know, I go, when I'm on stage, I said, what if your favorite athlete was gay? would that change your perception of it? And I'm like, nah, if Michael Jordan said he was gay, I'm still buying Jordans, one of the coldest shoes ever made. And I'll still wear his jersey, even if they make a pink one. I'll rock pink. I'm comfortable with who I am. I said, but I was like, what if it's like Ray Lewis, though? You know, I was like, I'm still liking Ray Lewis. It's just that the speeches might be a little bit different in the huddle. You know, he'd be like, they can't do what we do. We number one. You wear it on your chest. Wear it with honor. Go out there with pride. Go out there. You put on them pads. You put on them jerseys. You put on that eye black to accentuate your nice almond eyes. I want to tell y'all, man, when y'all out there and I'm lined up behind y'all, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Like, okay, Ray. We got a football game to win. When Tom Brady dropped back to throw that ball, we're not looking at Tom Brady, the quarterback. We're looking at Tom Brady, the model. Everything they say you can't do, we want to take him down and tackle him and let the clock run because we laying on him to get the seconds off. But you're still motivated. You're like, yeah, Ray, let's go. I don't know. I feel so conflicted about this right now. But it's Ray Lewis. I'm ready. I'm ready to go out here and tackle Tom Brady and lay on him. For the team.
Hey, man.
Close it out, fellas. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Now watch me do my damn. You'd be like, Ray.
But hey, man. The thing about
if this get back to Ray Lewis, it's a joke, brother.
Right.
I had the utmost respect for Ray
the thing
Lewis.
about Torrey Smith is, and well, going back to what you were talking about, what Ray said about the whole blessing and the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, been working at the gospel station.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that rings true.
It rings true. I mean, it's not just because he's just talking about in general.
In general, in life.
Because we all go through things. You lost your father. You know what I'm saying? I lost my mother.
And this is crazy. Lost my dad. 2 weeks later, my wife comes and tells me she's pregnant with our third child.
And when's that baby due?
On my father's birthday.
Boom!
So, you know, I can attest to it, but I just know some people are going to, you know, the nitpickers are going to look at it like he's trying to compare football.
We're not saying, he's not saying football is a blessing. It's
exactly.
just something good is going to come your way after it. And it just so happened he had the best game of the season, of his season so far. And
let's be honest with it, man. Not to cut you off, but being able to go out and play that game and play with your brother on your mind is a blessing.
Look, man, look.
That took a lot of courage. I don't know if I could have done that. Like if you'd have told me, like when my dad passed, dog, I couldn't come to work.
You were gone for what, about
a week and a half? I couldn't come to work because that was my best friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't sit here and sit across from you, sit across from Tony Sko and Nina and tell you that I'm 100% focused because, one, I lost my best friend. 2, now I'm worried about my second best friend, my mother, because that's all she's known for 43 years. So for him to come out and do that, and he was very close to his brother.
Right.
You know, very close.
Raised him.
And the way that he passed, you know, in a motorcycle accident, that had to tear him up.
Right.
That had to. You didn't get to see him. You didn't get to be with him in his last, you know. I got to sit with my dad before he took his last breaths. That was tough, but I got to talk to him. Yep. I got to say goodbye. Mm-hmm. He didn't get to say goodbye, you know. And for him to come to his teammates and say, I'm here, and mentally I'm here, ready to play.
And he played well.
And he played damn good.
My thing is, I was talking to some people about that too. Like when I lost my mother, I actually went out to lunch. I found out around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Found out she passed. You know, I saw her because she was at the house when she passed. So, you know, the whole thing, saw her body being taken out, the whole 9. Yeah. White van, all that. And I had a friend come over, and I said, let's go to lunch.
I got to get out of here.
Get out of the house.
Right.
So we were done with lunch. I then went into work. I worked at Red Lobster. I was a waiter at Red Lobster. I took my butt to work. I couldn't stay in the house.
Yeah.
So I understood him saying, I'm going to play. Because I know if I played football,
somebody would have got towed up that night.
No, I'm just saying, if especially if it was a defensive player, oh my God!
And you know what? I think Mr. Smith is going to be what they brought Anquan Bolden in to be, the number one. that guy's
No,
going
he
to
is
be
the number one.
He is. But I'm saying, they brought Anquan Bolden in for that. And
no, I understand that. But the thing is, Torrey Smith is a young dude, and the guy's talented.
And
he's a big receiver.
Yeah.
He's
and
fast.
He can get up the
and
field.
The thing about it is, if you look at that team, they got weapons, man. Look at that. They have Torrey Smith.
They're loaded.
Torrey Smith. They have Anquan Bolden, and they had that third receiver who played pretty well. The big
Jacoby Jones, who they got from Houston, number 12. He's a speedster too, and a big guy.
Big
Snatch
dude.
balls. And my thing is
Ray
like this.
Rice, good line.
But the key is Joe Flacco has to play with arrogance. When he doesn't pull the trigger. When he doesn't pull the trigger, the Ravens suffer. He's got to have that fiery demeanor. He doesn't necessarily have to be in people's faces, but you just have to.
He has to be the guy that said in the preseason, "I am the best quarterback in the league."
He said, "I feel that way." Because that strike he threw to the first touchdown to Torrey Smith, he put all his arm into that one.
Yeah.
And couldn't outthrow the kid. He had to slow down a little bit to catch it. If Joe Flacco plays with that, the Ravens are going to be tough to beat.
Real quick. Any concerns with the Patriots?
No. Patriots will bounce back from this because offensively.
This is 2 losses in a row now.
But offensively, listen, it's 2 losses in a row. One you didn't expect. This one is to a great defensive team.
At their place.
I feel sorry for who they play next.
Well,
I feel sorry for whoever they play next.
I have an upset special coming.
Yeah, it better not be them.
Okay.
Because Tom's going to make you wrong
Okay.
on that one. And I also want to talk about, when we come back, I want to talk about some helmet-to-helmet hits and how I think you're taking the physicality out of football because players now are going to – because there was one called in the game against the Ravens and this game here on Deion Branch and Ed Reed. And I really think Ed Reed got a bum deal on that call. We'll talk about it when we come back. Sports Unplugged right here, streaming live. Follow us on Twitter at Sports Unplugged, at Big Med, and at Leon Rogers. We'll be back.